It started like any other Tuesday, people rushing to work, cars honking, coffee brewing. But at exactly 9 o'clock a.m., the world as we know it broke. Imagine stepping outside and suddenly your feet lose contact with the pavement. You don't fall, you float. In a fraction of a second, Earth's gravitational constant drops to absolute zero. At first, it feels like a dream, a magical weightlessness. Children laugh as they float in classrooms. But the amusement lasts for only a few heartbeats, because gravity wasn't just holding you down, it was holding our entire civilization together. As you look up, you see loose gravel, trash cans, and then massive SUVs beginning to drift into the sky like helium balloons. Panic sets in, but you can't even run. There is nothing to push off against. This is minute one, and the real nightmare is just beginning. What happens when the oceans realize they are no longer bound to the earth? Find out in part 2. Welcome back to the countdown of Earth's final 5 minutes. By minute 2, the planetary chaos scales up from city streets to the global ecosystem. Earth's oceans hold over 1.3 billion cubic kilometers of water, kept in place solely by gravity. Without it, the seas begin to lift. Massive walls of water, miles high, detach from the coastlines. Giant cruise ships and marine life are lifted into the upper atmosphere, trapped inside colossal floating liquid spheres. But it's not just the water. The very air you breathe is expanding outward into the vacuum of space. Atmospheric pressure drops instantly. Your ears pop violently, and the sky shifts from blue to an eerie dark twilight. Humanity is trapped in a world that is literally dissolving into the cosmos, and if you think the buildings are safe, you are dead wrong. Minute 3. The world is coming apart at the seams. Our greatest architectural achievements were built on a single assumption, that gravity would always press them downward into the bedrock. Without that downward force, the structural integrity of every skyscraper, bridge, and monument fails. Foundations snap, steel beams groan under internal tension and break. The Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, the Burj Khalifa, they begin to splinter, drifting upward like massive hollow toys. The air is now thick with flying shards of glass, concrete dust, and shattered highway grids. If you aren't holding onto something bolted deep into the Earth's crust, you are now thousands of feet in the air, surrounded by the debris of human civilization, and the clock is still ticking. We have reached minute 4. The initial shock has passed, replaced by a cold, suffocating reality. The Earth's atmosphere has dissipated so much that the oxygen levels are dangerously low. Every breath feels empty. Birds can no longer fly. Their wings find no air resistance, leaving them tumbling helplessly through the vacuum. Animals and humans alike are gasping for air, fighting a losing battle against hypoxia. The temperature is plummeting because there is no atmosphere left to trap the sun's heat. You are freezing, suffocating, and drifting deeper into a silent sky, watching the shattered remains of your city float alongside you. It feels like the absolute end of the human race, but the universe has one final brutal twist waiting. The 5 minutes are over. Deep within the Earth, the fundamental forces of physics reset. Gravity returns instantly, and with absolute merciless vengeance, everything that drifted miles into the sky over the last 5 minutes is now subject to the laws of free fall. Millions of tons of ocean water, thousands of shattered skyscrapers, and millions of cars slam back down to the ground simultaneously at terminal velocity. The impact is cataclysmic. Kinetic energy releases across the globe, triggering massive worldwide earthquakes and explosions as gas lines shatter. The sound is deafening, a continuous planetary roar of destruction. In a single second, anything that survived the floating phase is pulverized into dust. The dust settles, leaving behind a completely unrecognizable planet. The dust finally settles on a silent, broken world. The 5 minute absence of gravity has reshaped the face of the Earth more than millions of years of evolution. Cities are gone, replaced by craters of twisted metal and concrete. The coastlines have been completely redrawn by the falling oceans, yet against all odds, in underground bunkers, deep subway systems, and reinforced structures, survivors open their eyes. Humanity has survived, but the world we knew is gone forever. It's a stark reminder of how fragile our existence truly is, hanging by the thread of forces we completely take for granted. What would be the first thing you would grab if gravity started to fade? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more what if scenarios.